By 2050, we are going to be having over 14 million people diagnosed with Alzheimer's specifically. And so as a result, what we're really seeing is a need for education and supportive services, not only for the healthcare professionals, but also for the families who are living and working with this population.
Fastest growing segment of the population in Fairfax County, percentage-wise, is people over 75 years old. People over 65 are growing, but even within that subgroup, people over 75 are the fastest growing group of folks in Northern Virginia. And that presents some challenges for the county and for the state in figuring out how to deal with them.
And as people are aging, the need for quality memory care activities and services are going to continue to grow as the population ages.
You think, okay, this is something I can handle myself a couple hours a day, or I just need to make certain arrangements. But the burden grows and grows, and if there's no outlet for that caregiver, it can be overwhelming for them too.
The very first people who are called upon to provide care and love and support are our family. But as the dementia progresses, the types of support that they will begin to need begin to increase. They don't decrease. And it becomes a situation where family and friends are no longer able to provide the day-to-day, to be able to meet some of the day-to-day challenges that individuals who have dementia ultimately need.
You can feel very isolated when you're dealing with Alzheimer's, when you're dealing with, when you have a loved one who has Alzheimer's, you can feel so isolated.
So it is with the help of community support and community resources where in partnership family and friends can help care for and provide the type of loving care to help keep their loved ones living and safe and secure in a community.
So one of the biggest things that organizations can provide for individuals who are living with this illness, not only support and socialization as well as increased care for individuals who are living with the illness, but for caregivers, organizations are a great source of respite.
The daycare center at Insight is a really affordable way to avoid burnout, but also get support on a daily basis, but also with some of the activities after hours with the support groups and just ways to engage family members and help avoid that burnout and also keep that financial burden to a minimum.
I don't even want to imagine where we would be if we didn't have her coming here, if we didn't have the assistance.
Jim Scott, who was my immediate predecessor in the General Assembly, is actually suffering from Alzheimer's. In fact, part of the reason he decided to retire was he had the beginnings of that. He was beginning to forget appointments and miss things and got a diagnosis of Alzheimer's. The center's been fantastic for Jim and for Nancy. Again, they get to live in their home, but he also has a place to come during the day where Nancy can feel comfortable that he's well looked after and again, receiving stimulation and activity that's appropriate to where he is mentally and with his disease.
I mean, Insight provides structured, fun, therapeutic programs that help promote their functioning, their physical, their emotional well-being. And they can do so over the whole course of the disease or of the dementia progression. They also help the family and friends because they provide education, they provide hands-on training, they provide support.
Insight offers a really unique model in the community. It's really the only memory care focused adult daycare. You can draw people from all over the community that are going to come here for the daycare, but for some of these support groups. The community just doesn't have enough of this type center to provide services for such a specific demographic group with the memory care problems.
And I think what's really special is that they are on the cutting edge. They know what the research is out there. They know the changes in policy. They know what the most advanced and state-of-the-art practices are.
People say that government ought to look for different and innovative ways to do things and to partner with the nonprofit community and to find better ways to solve problems. And I think the Insight Center is just a perfect example of that and how that works. And provides a really important service to the community. And I think it's really important too that people know that it's available to them because it is such a valuable resource.
It's just been such a great thing for our family, and so I would certainly think that people would want to support the IMCC in whatever way possible.